Her secret affection and admiration of her childhood friend's fiancé made her betray the trust of her friend and sought black magic to end her life. This is a tale of betrayal, sacrifice, redemption, and the true cost of love. In the kingdom of Ikwanza, where the sun kissed the earth with golden rays and ancient Iroko trees stood as silent witnesses to the passage of time, life flowed like a great river, strong, steady, and deeply rooted in tradition. But even the mightiest river can be disrupted by unexpected storms. This is the story of Amani and Kwabena, not just a story of love, but of the thorned path love often takes, passed down through generations. It reminds us that Ije love, as our elders called it, is never easy. It's a journey filled with joy and pain, trust and betrayal, sacrifice, and ultimately, redemption. Amani was the daughter of Chief Balana, leader of the people of Ikwanza. Her beauty was known far and wide, but what made her special was her heart, kind and full of wisdom, even beyond her years. While many suitors from noble families sought her hand, Amani's heart had already been given to a humble man named Kwabena, a blacksmith of great skill and honor. Kwabena was not born of royal blood, nor did he possess great wealth. What he did have was a heart as steady as his hands at the forge, and a soul full of love for Amani. Together, they dreamed of a life bound by love, not by the chains of status or tradition. But in Ikwanza, such a union between a chief's daughter and a common blacksmith was forbidden. Still, love, like a river, carves its own path, and Amani and Kwabena found ways to be together. Under the watchful eyes of the moon, they whispered promises of a future where their love would prevail. Little did they know that their love would soon be tested in ways neither could have foreseen. In every village, there is a shadow that follows joy. And for Amani, that shadow came in the form of her childhood friend, Akosua. Akosua had grown up with Amani, and though she appeared to be a sister in spirit, her heart harbored a secret. She loved Kwabena. For years, Akosua had watched from the sidelines as Kwabena's love for Amani grew. Bitterness filled the space where friendship once lived, and Akosua's unrequited love turned into a desire to have what Amani had. In her heart, she believed that if Amani were gone, Kwabena would love her instead. And so, Akosua sought out the dark arts, the whispers of old magic that could bend fate to her will. One fateful evening, Akosua invited Amani to the river, the place where lovers would go to seek blessings from the ancestors. Amani, trusting Akosua as she always had, went willingly. But as they sat by the riverbank, Akosua offered Amani a drink, telling her it was part of an ancient ritual to bless her union with Kwabena. Amani, unaware of the bitterness hidden behind Akosua's smile, drank from the cup. Within moments, she fell into a deep, cursed sleep, her body weak and lifeless. Akosua, though consumed by regret, left her friend by the river, believing she had secured Kwabena's love for herself. But the ancestors are wise, and the spirits of the land do not forget such betrayal easily. When Amani was found by a hunter and brought back to the village, Kwabena's heart was shattered. He could not believe the love of his life lay motionless. Caught in a sleep no one could break. The healers tried every remedy they knew, but nothing could wake her. Kwabena, filled with sorrow, refused to leave her side, even as weeks turned into months. He prayed to the ancestors, calling upon the spirits of the land to show him a way to save Amani. One night, his prayers were answered, though not in the way he expected. An elder appeared to him in a dream, a figure wrapped in the shadows of time. "If you truly wish to save her," the elder said. You must give up the thing most precious to you. Only through sacrifice can her spirit return. Kwabena, without hesitation, offered whatever the spirits would ask of him. Your sight, the elder said. You must give up your eyes, for only through darkness will she find the light. The next morning, Kwabena awoke blind, the world around him shrouded in darkness. But Amani remained in her cursed sleep, and the villagers began to lose hope. Yet Kwabena, though blind, remained at her side, his love unwavering. He had sacrificed his sight, but his heart still saw the woman he loved. While Kwabena mourned in darkness, Akosua's heart was not free. She could not escape the weight of what she had done. Her jealousy had led her to betray the only friend she had ever known. Her dreams were haunted by Amani's lifeless face and Kato's tears. She could no longer bear the guilt. Finally, overcome by the weight of her actions, Akosua went to Kwabena and confessed. It was I who poisoned her, she wept. I was blinded by jealousy and thought I could take her place in your heart. But now I see that my betrayal has destroyed everything. Kwabena, though blind, did not react with anger. Instead, he sighed deeply, his heart heavy but full of understanding. EJ love, he whispered. The journey of love is not easy. You have made your mistake, and now we must make it right. Kosua, filled with remorse, went to Amani's bedside and wept, her tears falling onto her friend's face. And as her tears flowed, the curse began to lift. The spirits, moved by her repentance, allowed Amani to stir. Slowly, Amani's eyes opened, and her first word was the name of the man who had sacrificed so much for her. Kwabena, she whispered. Though Kwabena could not see her, he reached for her hand, feeling the warmth of her skin for the first time in what felt like an eternity. The village rejoiced at Amani's awakening, but Kwabena's sacrifice did not go unnoticed. He had given up his sight, yet he had gained something far greater. He had shown the power of true love, the kind that endures beyond what the eyes can see. Amani and Kwabena's love became a symbol in Ikwanza, a story passed down to remind the people that love is not without its trials. It is a journey, a path filled with thorny obstacles, betrayal, and sometimes the ultimate sacrifice. But in the end, love, when true, rises above all. As for Akosua, she left the village to find her own path. Her betrayal would forever be a part of her story, but so too would her repentance. In her heart, she knew that while she could not undo what had been done, she had helped bring Amani back, and that, in its own way, was her redemption. And so, the tale of EJ love, the journey of love, lived on in the hearts of the people. A reminder that love is not just what we feel, but what we are willing to endure for those we hold dear. Moral of the story is that in our African culture, love is not just a feeling, it's a journey, a path shaped by choices, sacrifice, and forgiveness. Amani and Kwabena's story teaches us that love will face trials, just like life itself. There will be moments of betrayal, where trust is broken, and times of deep sacrifice, where the heart is tested. But the true strength of love lies in its ability to endure. When we forgive, when we choose to keep going, even through the hardest moments, we find that love grows stronger. Real love isn't perfect, but it is resilient. It's not about what we gain, but what we're willing to give. This story reminds us that love, at its core, is about standing together through the storm and coming out stronger. Thank you for watching. I am Madu Black, and this is Africa Folktales and Legends. If you enjoyed the story of Amani and Kwabena, Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll know right away when I drop more amazing stories full of wisdom, love, and lessons. I really appreciate all your support. It means a whole lot to me. See you in the next video. Bye.